Hello friends and hello student. My name is Ashok Sitala. In this session, we learn the binary operator overloading in C++. So here I share my laptop screen and fix the position so you can watch better my video lecture. And here Turbo C++, yes, some take time. And yes, now is open. Alter F, that file menu and taking new file. And here our goal, that is first technique, and that is a binary operator overloading, just using member function. So there are two technique, binary operator overloading, and that is member function, and also you can overload the friend function. So first we can, I think in my previous video lecture, we can understand what is operator overloading, but I just some revise. So that is a polymorphism, that is a uh, we can say that concept, and that the poly means multiple and polymorphism, that is a Greek word. So poly means more than taking one form, that is known as polymorphism. And there are two types of polymorphism, static and dynamic. So in this session, we can learn the static polymorphism in second branch. So first branch is a function overloading, and second is a operator overloading, that is a static polymorphism. And dynamic polymorphism we cover in the inheritance and virtual based classes. So that a virtual function we have to declare. Okay, now so here first question, I think, what is operator overloading? So in like our integer, I just give example. So integer we can take like z is an integer variable, and we can take x plus y, that sum. So here the two operand, so that is a you have to know very well one operand unary operator. There are three category of operator: unary, binary, and ternary. So ternary operator, conditional operator, that is not overloaded. So there are two choice, unary and binary. So unary I have already covered. Now we can turn binary. So any expression there are two operand used, that is binary. And here we can overload. Overload means give the operator overloading, means giving the new task, new behavior, or new uh, assign the meaning existing operator, that is called operator overloading. So here two integer sum, then we can like take the ch character and ch1 plus ch2, so that ASCII code sum, so that meaning is changed. Operator is the same, like here plus operator sign is same, but here operand is changed. Here two character data type, all are three character, and that sum is possible. So now why we cannot sum, like here I give the example test, that the class object test. So T1 plus T2. So that two object, that sum, that instant member. So here operator is a fixed plus, but that operand is changed, that meaning is changed, that new task, new behavior, or new, we can say that meaning, that is known as operator overloading. So here we can also like float data type to sum or double data type. So that operator is same, but giving the new task, new behavior, or new meaning, that is called operator overloading. So that is for example of, we can say that uh, operator overloading. Okay, so I just in comment line, so pure for reference. And in between, that is last is our class. So that is a oops philosophy, is always try to inbuilt statement is possible. You can also possible in user defined data type. So that is a main aim of oops object oriented programming. How many statement possible in inbuilt data type, we can also possible in user defined data type. Okay, so now we can take this sum, okay, in this example, and plus we have to addition to operator using operator overloading, and we can technique member function. So yes, here member function we have to use. So I just save first file I can save. So binary, and then we can say that member. Okay, so that cpp. So that is a first technique. We can say that first, and C++ by default is extension. And first part of section, that is a header file include. So iostream.h, yes, you have to know very well, input output stream, and stream is a collection of bytes. And now conio.h, console input output, and then we can take our class, and test class is give the name any, like simple, test, complex, some that type of name. Okay, so here we can take two instant variable, x and y. Why it's called instant variable? So that object is created that time, x and y memory allocation. So class variable that known as a instant variable. So here public, and here we can define the first default constructor. Okay, and then x equal to y equal to 0. That is called chain assignment. So first y equal to 0, then y value assigned to x. So that is called chain assignment in C++. So that also I cover chain assignment. And then the two parameterized constructor, yes, a and integer b. So that value we can give our x and y variable. So x equal to a, and then y equal to b. So now we can take the show display or that type of function also. So here we can just print our xy member. So here the x and y values are, okay. So first print x and then some blank, and then we can provide the y, and we can use the and L, that is a manipulators. And also in the blank you can print the set w. So also that is possible. Here I give the 5. So that is a manipulator, set w, set with, that meaning. So yes, and next our main, that is target of this session, and that is a operator overloading. So with argument, with object, and you have to know very well that is a member function and binary operator. So we can pass only one argument. So I just revise the rules. In operator overloading there are two techniques. In unary operator you have to bind using the member function, there is no argument, but friend function you can pass one argument, and unary operator. And now binary operator, in member function we can pass one argument. So why one argument? Because of one, like here this statement. So left hand is a calling, and right hand is a argument of that operator that is special. We can give the meaning. So here to object sum, that statement we can like same as it is. So here we can also return object, so that we can possible. So here we can read with argument, and with object as function argument, and with return value. That concept also here now cover. So here we can return type is a test. Yes, first one enter. So test, and then operator. Yes, operator is a keyword, and plus, that is a name of our operator. So plus sign is a name of our member function name. And here test. Yes, so semicolon. So that is a way just declare. Now outside we can that write the definition. Okay, so test and again test. So why there are two tests? So that is a first is a return data type, and that is a class name. So our class name is the same, and our data type return name is a class data user defined data type itself. So there are two time tests. So some students not understand why there are here two name, like complex or complex, simple. So you can give any class name. So here now our member function, and that is a operator, and plus is a name of our operator, and then we can pass to here as a any name, like we can use the as a t, simple t as a uh, so we can identify. Okay, so now we can here write the definition. So here first we can declare one temp or just tm. So yes, temp, tm, temp. So we can write the addition, okay, operation. So temp dot x equal to x plus t dot x. So how we can find which x is left and right hand? So that is a rule. So I just write this or statement calling of, so t3 equal to t1 plus t2. So that the simple x right is considered the t1x because that is a caller, that t1 is a calling this operator overloading, and t2 is a pass the argument. So here that is refer as a t. So t is a t2. So if you confuse, so here I give the tm as a name of our, so tm dot x. So t2 is a consider tm dot x. Okay, so that is, I think you have to understand very simple way. And then same way tm dot y, and normal right y, that is considered t1 object, and plus tm dot y. So yes, that is known as t2y. Okay, so that simple we have to, without right object x and y, consider the t1 x y member, and t2 is a tm dot x and tm dot y, that is considered the t2 our class object member. And that return we can assign, that is assigned to t3, that take the value temp. So here we can return this return and then temp just, yes. So that is a, we return our class data type. So we can declare here local object or class. So that is finished, and here now our main function is start. So last in the main function in C++. So that is a bottom to top programming design. Okay. So now we can first clear the screen, yes, CLR, SCR, and then we can take like test T1, okay, T2 and T3. Okay. So that is a automatically default constructor is call, and all are assigned x, y, t1, t2, and t3, that is 0. Okay. And then we can take like call the two parameterized constructor, and that technique is a first I call the one implicit and one explicit. So here two parameterized constructor. First implicit technique. So here we can pass like 10 and 20. So that is x, y initialize and implicit call two parameterized constructor. Now I can T2 call the two parameterized constructor as a explicit. So here we can write, and then I pass 5 and 15. So that technique constructor is called explicit. Explicit. So here we cannot give the class name, but here t2 dot test and two parameterized constructor. So that is our member is a call, that is explicit technique. So there are two technique, implicit calling, and here technique number 1, and here technique number 2. Okay, so that is very short or meaningful, but we have to understand first, and then that operator overloading we can also call in two technique, implicit and explicit. So here I first write the implicit, yes. So t1 plus t2, so that technique is a first cover calling of our member, and that is a implicit calling, yes, implicit call. And then we can call the show, yes. So t1, then t2, and then T3 show our member function, so what is spent by our XY value, and then get CH. But okay, so here first can give the name as a heading, so we can identify which. So first I run and then give the idea. So here, yes, I think that set W, yes, that we have to write the set W. So that header file sometime asking. So let us, yes, there are here that uh, function set W have a prototype. Okay. So that is a means that header file is required. So we can give that header file. because that is a manipulator. So that header file is required. Yes, so IOMANIP, input output manipulators, that full form, input output manipulators. So set W, yes, there is now one error. And here, yes, so what, that is to call of, okay, so here we can call the two parameterized constructor, but we have to object that time. Here we can write not here t1, so then is complete. So here we can write like that type of statement, test, and that is one way. So let us check, yes, that working or not. Yes, there is no error. So directly we cannot write t1 because that not understand. So when our object is created, that time implicit is calling possible, otherwise that taking error. So and then explicit is, there is no taking here error. We can first t2 declare, and then here I call two parameterized constructor. So implicit and explicit. So here needed the declaration, and that type implicit is calling possible. Okay. So now I just save, yes, and compile, yes, there is no any error, and directly, yes, sum is that. So here vertical sum x of our t1 and t2x is that sum is, we have to say that, and that, yes, first we can uh, here I print 2 times s2, so here t3 is there. So what is we can give here, we can identify how that member, so I give the message, so we can then identify. So here we can write the t1 object, so we can identify that print is t1 object member. Okay, and in between we can give the message, so we can identify all our t1, t2, 3 object. So here I change the message T2 object, T3 object member. So now it's, I think, okay. And now let us take, yes, so T1, X and Y, 10 and 20, T2, X and Y, we can easily read out because we can prefix that object name. So we can easily identify that is member. So that vertical T1X and T2X, that 10 and 5, that 15 answer is correct. And then T1Y 20 and T2Y is 15. So T3Y is 35. So now is perfect. Okay. So here we can very easily, but we can pass the static value. So how we can take the dynamic value that is remaining, and here we can directly call the implicit, or how we can take the explicit. So here first I give the idea. So here T1 is a caller, implicit technique. First we can understand. So T1 caller. So T1 consider this X and Y without object. We can, I give you previously idea that is a X and Y consider is a T1 member, and T2 member is a TM, that also is temp, but TM that name. So that is considered T2 because that passed the argument. So left and right rules. So always in binary operator overloading and member function, we have to use that technique. That time left hand operand or variable here, that T1, that is calling this operator overloading function implicit. So that X and normal XY, that consider the T1 caller of T1 object. And then T2, that is right side operand, or we can say that object, that is pass this argument. So that TMX and TMY, that consider the T2XY. And then temp, that is local, and return, that is taking handler T3. So we can give the same our class name as a handler, and that print also same. So here I think now you can understand. And now I just give the comment line, this explicit technique. Okay. And now write the explicit technique. So here handler is there. Now T1 is caller. So that statement convert in this statement. So we can write how that convert. So we can say that left is a caller and right is pass argument. How it possible? So I write this statement, then you can exactly understand what is a actual internal, what happened in compiler, how convert this statement in convert in, I write this statement. So compiler convert this statement. So here operator, yes, that keyword and plus sign, that is our member name. So operator is a keyword, and here pass T2. So there is no any error, because that same that we have to write the second technique to, we can say that explicit. So explicitly, so here, yes, one I is remaining. So explicit, yes. So now I compile, yes, there is no any error. So we can prove, yes. So T1 is a caller, and yes, that dot, because that is a member. So we can handle the dot operator using this operator is a keyword, and plus is our member function name. All are like our member function name, operator and plus. And T2 is a passed argument. So object has passed the argument, and return also object. So we can give the handler T3. Okay. So now I compile, yes, that is same as previously output. There is no any change, like T1 X 10 and T2 X is 5 and 15, T3 answer summation addition means, and then T1 Y 20 and T2 Y 15, and that T3 Y is 35, same as previously. Yes. So we can prove, but that is just I checking, but that is a like our object oriented goal. So we can write in previously so many statements like z x plus y, same statement we have to write in object, that is a inbuilt data type. So we can change the operator plus meaning, that is integer sum, to if two string, that concatenation, and two character, that is ASCII sum, then two float, that float sum, here two object sum. So giving the existing operator new meaning, new tags or new behavior, that is called operator overloading. So that statement also possible. So object oriented main aim goal always to inbuilt data type, how many statement possible we can write in the user defined data type. So that is a proof now. And now we can take some short, or first here I take the dynamic value, and then we can take some short technique. So here A and B, that is our, and we can take from user. So here I write and that our, yes, so can say that first we can write object name T1 A and, yes, A and B values. Okay, and okay, we can say that enter, yes, enter T1 A and B value. Okay, so we can identify that is a T1 passed argument constructor. So A and B. So we can pass here A and B. So we can not static value means, and then same I copy these two line and same to our second and T2 object. So here is there. So we cannot again same AB variable use, not taking other variable. So pass the same A, and we can scan second time and pass the second time in two parameterized constructor. So here that two parameterized implicit call, and that is here explicit you to call, and here that we can also operator is a implicit and also check the explicit. So there are two ways. And also binary operator, there are two techniques, member function using and friend function operator overloading. Here we can take the member function using the operator overloading. And after this session or this video lecture, you can take all arithmetic operator to yourself, like plus, then minus, subtraction, multiplication, division, and also you can take the menu driven program, and user can choose, and then operator already that type is run. So that is also possible. So now, yes, there is no any error. So we can runtime choice, yes, first asking the value and then apply the sum. So first is we can take static value. Now we can take any value. So here two value at the same time we have to provide. So there are two technique also in this enter the value. So 4 and blank, one blank provide, and 5, and then enter. So second, and now second technique I use. So here what use, here I give the 9 and enter key. So that waiting the second value. So previously I give the one value and one blank, and then enter second value. Now I one value and enter key hit, and then asking the second value. So I give the 8. Okay, so 4, 5, 9, 8, 9, 8. Yes. So that sum, yes. So 4 plus 9, so that is 13, and 5 plus 18, that is also 13. So I give that type of value, that sum is same, but we can give any value, there is no any error. Okay, so that is a dynamic, we can say that our choice is possible, all we can take the sum. And now we can, one important concept in C++, and that is a nameless object. So how the name, and we can take that time two parameterized constructor, that is must be, otherwise taking the error. So that is, here is a, what we can already write the two parameterized constructor. So here we can not require this stamp. So I first short how it possible. So only one line is possible, all four lines convert in the one line. So how it very concise coding. So here I write all statement as a comment line, and same I write in the like directly nameless object. That concept is a nameless object. So here we can pass the two parameterized constructor, that is technique, automatically call the two parameterized constructor. So we can sum like x plus tm dot x. So that is first argument consider in the nameless object and assign to our appropriate here at t3, because that is a return, that directly return statement work and directly assigned to t3. So that is concise technique. And now here saying why comma plus sign, comma is already give. So that is a like first argument or two parameterized constructor, and that is a second, and there is no name, nameless object, and directly assigned to our handler, and that is handler is a t3, and caller is a already t1 is a caller, and t2 is a argument passing in our that operator member. So here tm dot 5. So there is very only one statement that working as it is our previously. So I first yes compile, yes, there is what happened, yes one. So yes tm is never used. So yes we can return, yes. So tm we cannot yes use, obviously we can use, so that by giving the error. So here we can, yes, first we can write as a class, because so then and then constructor is called. So here one time we can write the test, so that not giving the tm not used. So here we can write first as a class name, so our constructor is called. So here now perfect. So that here you can look here our two parameterized constructor. So we can take the class object name and pass the two argument. A is a first argument and B is a second argument. Same way here there is no name, that known as a nameless object, and that is a first argument and that is a second argument. So all are sum and assigned to T3 our object, that is a handler. So yes, there is now, I think there is no error. Yes, so that is very concise technique. So I write in comment line all codes for your reference. So here I give the multi comment line, yes, and remove the single comment line, yes. And then our previous return uh, statement temp, yes. And here I complete the four line, our previously four line, I as it is, yes. Any change is required? No, yes, x sum y and return the temp. So there is a four line for your reference, yes. And that is a convert into the concise coding, and that is very short technique. So that concept is a known as a nameless object in C++ and also possible in Java. Yes, so that is a nameless object. Okay, some empty class is there, some just local class, so type of different type of class, and here object type, and that is a nameless object. So we cannot give any name, that known as nameless object. So here there is no any name, and directly that instant variable consider the summation and return directly. There is that cell that taking that in calculation time, there is you know any name that's known as a nameless object, and then assign to this T3. That is same way calling T1 is caller and T2 is argument passing, and some taking here, and there are must be two parameterized constructor is must be required, otherwise that not happen is concise this coding. Okay, so I think you can understand. Yes, let us check that work as perfectly or not. So yes, compile and run. So I give some different value like 12 and one blank I give and 15. Okay, so yes, we can take same sum. So I give here 8 because 12 plus 8, 20, and here I give the 5. You can give any value, there is no any problem. So now yes, sum is a 2020 because that 2020 year is okay. So that is just only, but you can give any value. There is a 12 plus 8, 20, and 5 plus that 15. Okay, so now I think very so many concept here I can explain. So that is a operator overloading, giving the new meaning, new behavior or new task, that is known as operator. Here to integer possible sum, here to character sum possible, and here to object is sum possible. Okay, so now I finish this session. Yes, so enjoy and write this program to your note, and there is a operator overloading definition, declaration, and then definition, and we convert in only one statement. That is very important thing in this session. And also we can take all like constructor, we can call implicit and explicit technique. Yes, and operator overloading also we can implicit and explicit. So I can give all idea to operator of binary overloading. Yes, so this program write this your note, and here we can plus sign operator overloading using member function. So that is our class. Yes, I wait to write your notebook of your program. Here that line is complete, and we can also use two manipulator AND-L and SET-W, that is a manipulator. So we require the input output MN IP input output manipulators. Okay, and now that is our only one that is outside, and that is I think now you can okay what is two time here class name is appear. So one is a return data type and one is a class name. Like here void we have to write. So I just give the idea if show we can take outside in our class show our member this. So what we can write that definition in outside. First we can write the return data type, then class name, yes, and scope region, and then show, and then opening closing brace. So same as same. So here our return data type is a class name itself. So we can write the test, yes, that is a return data type, and that is a class name, and scope resolution operator. Same signature as I write for you, just reference. So that same syntax. Here we can write void. So here we can write like integer. We can write if integer data type. So I give the example like we if integer sum here to return like sum, and we can like sum a integer and b. So that is only one statement. Like I just write all definition for you reference. So here we can return a plus b. So that integer sum take place, and that is written also. So here we can return, yes, so that is now complete. So same, that's one statement here. You can look, that is a possible in inbuilt data type, one statement we can return our integer normal data type. So that is also possible in user defined data type. So I can explain you. And here now I think clear cut idea how two times. So some student asking me many time in my lecture that we taking in my college. So that type why that is two times is some that test class name is appear. So one is a return data type and one is a class name. So our class name is a itself is a return data type because that is a user defined data type. Class is a user defined data type. So now I think okay. So I think I remove this all these thing I just for reference for you. Okay, deleted. So now all are well, and here write this operator. I first take this for statement and then convert in single statement, so you can easily very well. And now our main that you have to write just only. So here we can take three objects. Okay. So first that two parameterize implicit, and then we can first take the static value, and then AB we have to scan, and here explicit also possible. Like here I also we can call our default constructor like explicit. So how it take place? So I just give the reference here. I call the like test and T3, and then again write the test and parenthesis blank. So that is a taking no error. Let us check. I compile this file, so there is no any error. So that is a call the default constructor implicit, and that is a default constructor explicit. That is also possible. So all constructor type like default constructor is there, parameterized constructor is there, copy constructor is there, so and dynamic constructor is also there. But here we can cover the default and parameterized. Okay, so that is not taking any error. So that is also possible. Okay, so now, and that is very important. So here we can first explicit, and then here our that same, that is a two parameterized constructor, but now that is our main target implicit, and that is same exactly this statement convert. So we can, why not write this same here statement? So look like a inbuilt data type, like I just for reference, like z x plus y, there are three integer sum in 1 2 in the z value. Same our object t1 t2 is a sum in t3 object sum. So that operator overloading, I think clear cut idea, giving the new meaning, new tasks and new behavior, that is called operator overloading. Only one line definition of operator overloading, but that not meaning that we can change that precedence and mathematical rules. Multiplication and division, same highest priority before the addition and subtraction, that precedence rule priority in any statement. So first is a multiplication and division first priority, second is a addition and subtraction, and third is a module division operator. And then left to right, right to, that is known as associated rule, that is not also changed. So we can not change the original mathematical rules. Here also plus is a plus operation, not minus operation. So we cannot change that original meaning or grammatically maths rules. So that is a giving the new meaning, new behavior or new tasks, that is meaning. So here two integer sum in plus sign use. So why we cannot using two object sum, that is meaning. Okay. So I think I elaborate all these things in detail view. So now I close this session and close this file just for your reference. That is our class, that is our member, and that is our class main function. So that is a class we have to call that member. So I close this file and quit editor. Yes, subscribe my channel Ashok Sijal Academy. Press the bell icon to never miss any update. Thanks for your watching, supporting and sharing my video lecture. And any doubt for any definition in C++ or any language, you write in comment section. I give the definitely answer for that. So, and thanks again, and Hare Krishna.